Hello and welcome to Bobstercast, the podcast where we talk about all things Bob's Burgers. I am Mr. Wizard and I am here with Tare.
Hey, what's up?
And we are talking about everything Louise Belcher, our favorite character.
Yay!
Now, Louise is probably the main, not the main focus of the show, like either the second or third main focus of the show.
Yeah,
Because the main focus of the show is Bob and his burger.
Bob. Yeah. I feel like because, her and Bob, of the kids, have the closest relationship, she would probably be, one of the first in line of the most focused on. Which, one, makes a lot of sense, but two, I am so happy about.
Yeah.
She's, oh, I love her.
Alright. So, her personality, hold on. I forgot the name of the actor who plays her. I know that the actor also plays Mabel Pines in Gravity
Yes.
Falls.
Kristen Shaw.
Okay, yeah. I feel when I first watched Bob's Burgers, I listened to the voice of Louise, and that made me think of Mabel Pines.
Yeah.
Just because they sound so similar.
Yeah.
And I feel like her personality is a more mature version of Mabel Pines.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's a more unhinged version of Mabel, and I love it.
She has the chaoticness,
Oh, yeah.
and then the I don't remember Gravity Falls that well, but I don't know if Mabel has the soft emotional side like Louise does.
Oh, yeah. She's like if Mabel switched what she presses down almost, because I feel like I I love Gravity Falls, so I can talk Gravity Falls. Mabel I feel like presses down her chaos a lot sometimes, and she ups, she shows a lot more of her emotional, like um emp- empathic side, whereas Louise is the total opposite of showing all of her chaos and its pure beautiful glory, and she hides a little bit more of her mushy emotional stuff. And it's like if Mabel just did the complete opposite, you have Louise Belcher added with some concerning skills like knives and unlocking locks.
I mean, it's obvious she's going to take over the restaurant after like Bob dies.
Yeah.
Or retires.
Yeah, I mean, she literally, it's I don't I think saying it's her dream is kind of valid, because she does see herself doing it. I don't know.
But like, she could unlock her full potential and let Tina take over the restaurant.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm not saying Tina has no potential.
Yeah. We're not saying that either of them don't have potential. It's just Louise has, of the both of them, the most potential to take over the restaurant because of how much she very clearly wants to. Whereas I feel like Tina is kind of aspiring to maybe be like a writer or a horse person, or I could kind of see her being like a therapist or something. Or Jean being obviously a musician.
Or a comedian.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes.
Wait.
But yeah.
A musician comedian.
Yes, exactly. That's what we think Jean's gonna do. That's for now on. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about what we think the kids are gonna do in the future.
Yeah.
That's now a thing.
Obviously, if there was a Bob's Burgers sequel that takes place 20, 40 years in the future, it would be called Louise's Burgers.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like she definitely like would take over the restaurant and like have like a side thing that she does. I don't know what that would be because she does so much that I feel like I don't know, but I feel like she would have a side thing, but mostly her life would be the restaurant, and she would do it proudly, not because like she felt forced to or because she's like, well, I have to carry my dad's legacy and she doesn't want to do it. Like she genuinely, and I can see it, like wants to take over the restaurant.
Now, if she were to do something else, I think she'd like do something with the FBI or something.
Oh, oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes.
Or like she'd be like the one doing autopsies and cutting up corpses and stuff.
Oh my god, yes, she would so I feel like when she gets like a little older, like 17, 18, or like even maybe in her early 20s when she's starting to open the restaurant, getting money to get stuff for the restaurant she wants, she definitely like works a part-time job with Mort to like get some money around.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
That's the sequel we need. Louise's
Yes.
Burgers.
Louise's Burger. That's when the plot that was originally gonna happen for Bob's Burgers actually comes into fruition because Louise just uses the crematorium. God.
Someone
Oh
needs to
God.
make this a fanfic.
Oh God, please.
I can just see it now.
Yeah. God, that's so funny. And they're like, oh
That's totally Louise for sure.
yes. So Louise. Um, yeah.
So we talked that she was chaotic and stuff, like almost like Mabel Pines, except more mature and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she wears pink bunny ears, which is what makes her go insane when she loses them to Logan.
Yeah.
So
She
there's obviously something like some sort of attachment or something there, which actually is shown in the movie. I'm not
yeah.
gonna say any spoilers,
Yeah, we're not gonna say any spoilers for this one, but because that's literally like the reveal of the movie. I feel like.
but I still feel like she's gonna be wearing them in if there's ever Louise's Burgers. She's gonna be wearing them.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I feel like she'll be wearing them forever. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to really add to that. Like, she wears those for the reason that she does. For those who do know, but and they mean a lot to her, and they mean a lot to the audience now that we know why she wears them. They meant a lot before. It's just now they have a sentimental meaning.
I was gonna say, uh, when she loses them, I was gonna say this earlier, but I forgot. In Earsy Rider, when she loses them, it's like she wanted them back, so she became like this chaotic, evil person,
Yeah.
and you can see that in that meme gif of Louise just laughing in the fire.
Yes. That was like one of my first ever introduction to Bob's Burgers ever. I didn't even know it was a show. I didn't know that she was voiced by Kristen Shaw. I just knew that meme and I was like, that looks so funny. And then when I finally saw the context, I was like, oh, oh my god, that's so funny. Like,
think I think mine was the for that. I had a similar experience with the snake episode. The I'm not afraid of snake or I'm just afraid of snakes song. I forgot what it's called.
I think I know what you're
And I was
talking
like, oh my god, I need to find out what that is from.
That's funny.
But yeah, she has a lot of like relationships with
Oh yeah.
like I said, she's like the main character.
She's the main kid, I think.
Yeah, the main kid. Yeah, that's what we can call her. Okay. So she has like really a really good relationship with Bob. Like
Yeah.
better than like think of Jean with Linda, but
That's
with Bob.
yeah. As someone okay, as someone with daddy issues, their relationship is oh my god. Their relationship means the world to me. Like he just genuinely cares for her so much. And I think like even though Tina and Bob are the same person, I feel like he sees a lot of himself in the parts that Louise tries to hide almost. Like I feel like he sees like her insecurities when they come out, like especially in the part of the movie. Yeah, that's a bit spoilers. I don't know, but um, like they just have like they genuinely care about each other, and they have a lot of interests that like match up, and like they have this like beautiful father daughter relationship that's just so like ah
Linda in Mother Daughter Laser Razor. It's it's shown as the opposite, but like not really.
yeah
It's just shown that Louise prefers Bob,
yeah
but like they still found a way to bond, and yeah.
yeah they have I feel like even though they don't have a lot in common, I feel like the because again, I know I keep saying this every episode, but Louise is the mix of Bob and Linda because Tina is Bob and Louis or Jean is Linda. Louise is a perfect mix of them. So I feel like even though Bob does have his crazy chaotic moments, most of Linda's intensity from uh is from Linda. Like they she definitely has Linda's like competitiveness for sure.
So for Gene, I said that he's physically like Bob,
Mhm.
and Louise is and he's like otherwise like Linda, and
Mhm.
everything. Louise is physically like Linda. Like specifically, if you take off Louise's hat, I think the hair would be exactly like Linda's,
Exactly like Linda's, yeah.
and she's more like Bob,
Yeah.
and yeah. So now that we got her parents, uh, we have Jean and Tina. We're gonna talk about them similarly because they're mostly the same. I
Yeah.
think. I feel like actually I don't know since Jean and Jean and Louise are not like teenagers really. I
Yeah.
feel like they're closerly related than they are to Tina.
Mm. Yeah.
But like still Tina and Louise still have their good moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Like in Boys for Now.
Yeah. Oh. Um uh yeah, I feel like the big sister little sister dynamic is definitely there with them. Like uh I think although she doesn't want to admit it, Louise kind of has like a idolization a little bit of Tina.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um yeah. Uh like their relationship to me is really just really sweet. Like,
so with Tina and Jean, we talked about this in the Jean episode. Actually, it doesn't really it really doesn't. What I was gonna say really doesn't go well with Louise. It did with Jean, so I won't. But
okay,
I don't know. With Tina and with Louise and Jean, I don't really know.
yeah, I feel like we haven't really had a lot of them, and what we have had is like little brother or little sister, big brother vibes. Like that's really it. But
So again, with Louise and with Louise and Jean, we need more of that.
yeah, exactly. We
But
need more.
like you said, we need more Jean in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have other characters like from school, like regular sized Rudy. I
Yeah.
feel like regular sized Rudy is would have to be Louise's best friend.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
Even we need to see more of him for
I
sure.
agree. I like their friendship a lot.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna say this because I feel like I haven't said this in other episodes of headcanon wise. Like, a lot of people headcanon Louise as lesbian, and that is valid and lovely and beautiful. Although I personally headcanon Louise as aro, like aromantic, because it might be a little bit projection because I'm romantic, but we're not gonna talk about it. I like completely just I feel like she's not in I and it may just be because, you don't really think of that stuff at that age. But also like I just see it. I don't know why. Anyways, but and then also people who are aromantic can still have feelings for people sometimes and like can still date. It's all spectrum, blah blah blah, whatever. So like that's what I think Boo Boo is the one like uh crush that she has. Period.
I mean, I see her and regular sized Rudy getting together more than I see her and Boo Boo, really.
Yeah, no. I don't think her and Boo Boo would ever get together because that's just weird and freaking like there's like some weird power dynamic there. But if anyone were to get together with Louise, which I personally wouldn't really like see it happening because again, I had canon her as like a non-relationship wanting a romantic. But if someone were to get with her, or that sounds weird, get with her, but if someone were to be in a relationship with her, I would think it would be Rudy just because like, I mean, they were each other's first kiss. Like, it.
Yeah.
They're cute together. Like, I will say, like, I give me one
And
second.
actually, that episode really shows how much Louise cares for. It can go either way. How much she hates Chloe Barbash, or how much she cares for Rudy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. Um, I feel like Rudy is one of the only characters at Wagstaff that should get their own episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't know. Yeah. I feel like Rudy getting his own episode would be really would be really cool just because I feel like he has a lot of like funny episode potential because he just does.
Yeah.
Andy and Ollie. I
feel like Louise takes advantage of them a
Oh yeah,
lot.
no, she absolutely does. Are you kidding me? Like the art, I think it's the art crawl episode. I believe that's the one it is. But the one where she's like, "Come on, make mama some pretty paintings," and she like low key like child laborifies them, like She absolutely takes advantage of them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's nothing really else to say. Like, I feel like some part of her does genuinely care about them because, like, like, I don't know. I feel like she defends them a lot, and I feel like, they're both kind of like close to each other, and they have this like again, like a lot of the friends that in the main friend group with the kids, like it's like, the weird kids, even though again, that's all freaking BS. Like she kind of has this like almost sisterly care for them, I feel like.
Oh, speaking of taking advantage of them, she uses them as test subjects for pickpocketing.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my
And
god,
that
yes.
just, but it fails.
Yeah.
And yeah, that just, yeah.
Yeah.
So, also, what was the next one I had? Oh, Boo Boo. Um, it really just goes that she just has a strong crush on him, and
Yeah.
she doesn't like herself because of it.
Yeah, she's in denial about it.
Yeah, and I feel like the Boys for Now episode was a good for just strongly showing the crush, and they don't need to
Be too
do,
much about it.
but they can make jokes about it,
Yeah.
and yeah, that just make Louise just like, no, I never
Yeah.
had a crush on him.
Yeah.
And then now we get into some of, oh wait, before enemies, Jessica. She really shows some. I mean, I feel like Jessica is Louise's second most, as a best friend or something.
Yeah. I feel like another relationship that's good before we talk about enemies. I feel like Jessica's like a, because that was the what's it called episode, right? The sleepover.
Yeah,
Like she was the one kid that she actually liked.
the one kid that she was like, okay, no, you can stay.
I vibe with you,
But
yeah.
but before that, Louise was like, and I'll talk. Louise didn't really like her, and there's a little quote I'll talk about in quotes.
Yeah, that one, yeah. But another relationship I was gonna say was Nat. Nat, I don't know if you know, she's a limo driver.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so we're not gonna talk about her in extent just because I don't want to spoil it for you. But yeah, Nat is, I feel like, very much like kind of someone she looks up to, kind of idolizes in like a she's so cool way. And yeah, but anyways, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, the enemies now.
Chloe Barbash,
Chloe Barbash.
and she's like, I mean, I feel like if we do just an antagonist episode, we'd put her in there.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like she deserves her own episode.
Yeah, she yeah, we should just do an antagonist episode and then put her there. um it's just 'cause she's just kind of there. Like,
It's obviously Louise hates her
yeah.
because she's like that stereotypical popular kid at school,
Yeah.
and I feel like she hates Louise too. Hold on.
Yeah, no. I definitely get that vibe cuz yeah, which screw her for that immediately.
Yeah, if we get to see more of her, uh, that I mean, I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna say too much, but I feel like she's a secondary antagonist in the movie.
Yeah, for
Just
sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, because she did the whole. Oh my god, don't. Oh yeah.
can't wait to
Oh,
talk about the movie.
I know. I'm like, oh, I forgot she started that, and oh, now I'm getting mad again because oh my god. But yeah,
I
no,
shouldn't have
she.
mentioned that.
No, you're good. But yeah, she. Um. Yeah. I guess he would count as an antagonist, Mr. Frond. For her at
Oh
least.
yeah, I forgot. How did I forget to add that?
Yeah, it's fine. But Mr. Frond and her have, I think, one of the funniest relationships in this show. I I just every scene with them I'm like, yes. Oh my god.
It's kind of like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're cool with each other, most of the time not.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah. They're very chaotic together. One of my favorite scenes of theirs we're gonna talk about in quotes. But yeah, it's so oh my god, it's so good.
I'm remembering
Yeah.
Mr. Frond. Should he get his own episode?
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's had some episodes. Like I think he's had a little bit of like his own episode like plots, but I think he hasn't I don't believe he's had his own like full Mr. Frond episode. I think he's had like a couple of plots.
Actually, well, you should talk about this more in the Mr. Frond episode. But I feel like the Frond Files was mostly about Frond.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think wraps up antagonists, or
Yeah.
that just wraps up relationships in general.
Oh, Logan.
Oh wait, yeah. How did I forget Logan?
Wow, we are so good at this. Oh my
Yeah, it's
gosh.
not. It's Logan. I mean, he needs a lot more episodes. I
Yeah,
feel like
I agree.
I love Logan as like the stereotypical bully of the show, or maybe not like stereotypical, but like I feel like I love Logan as
I love
like
Logan too. Um yeah, he's so like annoying but so awesome at the same time. Like he's awesome in the bad way. Like he's so like annoyingly hilarious and it's just like he's such like the perfect antithesis of like older boy who thinks being mean is the best thing ever. Like
so now we have episodes. She has so many great episodes.
so many.
Uh, one of them we talked about is Earsy Rider, the one where Logan takes her ears.
Yes.
And actually, I'm not gonna talk too much about this, but it's probably like actually one of my favorite Louise episodes is one in season 13, the season finale.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love this episode. Oh my god, yes.
I feel like they did that school project episode better than Topsy did, which is another
Oh yeah.
good Louise episode.
Yeah. I I I I love quoting that scene in Topsy that's like where she's like slapping Tina and she's like she's like you don't know what it's like theater and she's like getting on to she's like I'm sorry baby you know theater
Oh
gets to
wait,
me
that
and she
was
was
that was in Hamburger Dinner Theater.
was it oh my god yeah it was I'm so dumb but yeah again I love Bob's Burgers I promise um but yeah no I loved the season finale as of the recording of this, the Amelia episode. I oh my god, it's so good.
We said this for Jean, but spaghetti western meatballs was
Yeah.
also good for Louise too.
Yeah, for sure.
And another good season 13 episode. Damn, season 13 was great. Was The Plate Before Christmas. That one really just showed Louise's. Hold on, that one really showed Louise's like softer side a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love those episodes too, like that show Louise's softer side.
Yeah, me too. Cause like it's either she shows it and she's like, ugh, fine, I guess, and then like she just says this really sweet thing, or like she'll show it and it'll be like a big like a big thing that she does, and it's really sweet, and it's just like, oh my, I love the sweet.
I feel like kind of get that in Louise, which is another good one, but not so
Yes. Oh
much.
my god, I love Louise.
That one has good music too.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
And then how did we forget? Glued, Where's My Bob?
Yeah.
The one where she put glue on the toilet seat she meant for Jean to sit on there, which actually shows another bit of Jean and Louise relationship. But
Yeah,
instead,
sure.
Bob sits on there, and she feels guilty. That's a great episode.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you have any other episodes to add?
Um uh the bad for Bob and her relationship, the oh my god, what is it called? Hawk and something.
Oh, yeah.
Hawk and
Hawk and Chick.
Hawk and Chick, yes. Specifically highlighting her and Bob, like it's just it's so beautiful and so sweet and sad at the same time. Like, ugh.
I just remembered. I know I forgot it. Oh, the museum episode.
Museum episode. Oh my gosh, I know what
The
you're talking about.
introduction to Rudy,
Yes, yes.
and how then that just that shows that that one confirmed that she's going to take over the restaurant.
Yeah.
Too.
And she's like, maybe I can close up shop. And he's like, you secretly look up to me. And then it was like, oh my god. Like,
All
yeah.
right, and now we have Louise Belcher quote.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good Louise Belcher quotes.
There is a lot.
We have You're the Worst Kind of Autistic.
I love that scene.
Oh my god, that I think actually her first good quote, her first.
Yeah. I think, although that is shortly followed by the child molesters.
Oh yeah, actually that was her first good one.
God, it's so bad but so good.
Yeah. And then another good season 1 one. I think it's in season 1. It's also a very bad but very good one.
Yeah.
I forgot what Tina was saying, but she was like, I think that was the first time Tina's grown, but I don't remember what Tina was saying. But then Louise was like, "Oh man, you should kill yourself."
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was so funny. I feel so bad for Tina though.
So another one that I forgot about that I just remembered was I think in the third episode where she was where it was with the like with the jujitsu guy or whatever. I forgot what it's called. And then she's like, "You walk out that door, you're gone. I'll get her, Dad." And she's like, "There's just no getting to her." And she's just.
This is why Louise is my favorite.
I know, she's so funny. Oh my god.
And then
did you know it only takes 2 pounds of pressure to bake someone's nose? 2 pounds. That's it. Louise, why are you talking?
Oh yeah, that's also in
the first season.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Oh my god.
I think this is also in the first season. Look, I love Louise in every season, but like the first 2 seasons, her unhingedness specifically is so good. And I love Louise now. Don't get me. I love Louise now. Like I really do. Like oh my gosh, but I think it's in the first season. They're both from the same episode, but where she's like, um, where she's like hiding in a hole or in a cave because she fell, and then Mom's like, "Are you sure there's nothing down there that can help you?" She's like, "Oh wait, here's some rope and a grappling hook," which might be a reference to Gravity Falls, might not be. I don't know.
I actually don't know which came first. I was gonna look that up before.
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
They both came out around the same time.
Yeah, so it's like.
So maybe it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like. Oh, we forgot another great one was between Frond and Louise.
Oh my god, yes.
The you're in trouble. Drink cranberry juice.
Some cranberry juice. Yeah. Oh my god, I love yeah. Oh my god, I love Louise so much.
We could do a whole episode on just Louise quotes, but
yeah, for real.
I'm gonna say like 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
Speaking when we were talking about Jessica earlier, this is a quote that before Louise was friends with Jessica, here's what she thought of Jessica. If she were a spice, she'd be flour. If she were a book, she'd be 2 books.
God.
I mean, it really depends on the book.
Yeah.
And then another good one is a response to Bob when he says, "Guys, remember, I'm at school, I'm Mr. Belcher, so treat me like you would any other substitute teacher." And then Louise goes, "That means you get a mean nickname, and we assume you live a horribly depressing life. In this case, it's true."
All of her Bob roasts are just perfection.
Yeah, all of her like roasts in general.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just remembered another scene that's so good. In the Mickey episode where she's like, "Yeah, hi, you're on," and she's like calling, and then what's the sheriff's name? Well, whatever the sheriff's name is. He's
Hold on. My microphone wasn't working. It's Bosco.
Bosco, yes.
I remember that one. It's
and
she yells at Bosco.
Yeah, she's like, "That's my daddy! My daddy's in there!" She's like kicks him, and then he kicks her back.
Oh my god, yeah.
He kicks a child.
We need to do like maybe in our Mickey episode we do Bosco as well.
Yes. I
because they were introduced at the same episode.
Yeah.
All right. And then for music, we have obviously Sunny Side Up Summer.
Best verse ever in the world ever. I love that verse so much. I think that was actually one of the first ways that I got, because in one of our first episodes we talked about how we got exposed to Bob's Burgers. Now I remember that actually the verse, Louise's verse in that is how I got, because what the verse is about, like, being okay with where you are and stuff like that. And like that verse was on my TikTok for you page. And I was like, oh, that's really good. That's in Bob's Burgers. And then I got into like hyper fixated on the movie, and then I got into the show, blah blah blah, and now we're here. But yeah, that verse in her verse in Sunny Side Up Summer is so good, and I really think they should show Louise singing more. And Kristen Shaw's lower register in the voice is just like chef's kiss. So good.
Oh, and then another good one is Not the Forgiving Type.
Yes.
It really, like, when they're like, you can slap us all in the face, and then she's like, no amount of slaps could make this right. That just shows how hurt Louise is.
Yeah. Ugh.
Another one from the movie. Lucky Ducks.
Lucky. Yes. I'm sorry.
I think this is my favorite song from the movie.
Valid. I love Lucky Ducks so much. It's so good. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this in the movie, but like it just shows how Louise. It just shows Louise's. I don't know how
Like
to
how
explain
she's
this.
affected by the happenstances of the movies, and like what like strength she has to talk to people. Like she's above all else, and probably if she was told this, she'd deny it. But like she's a people person.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way that she talks to people in that specific scene definitely shows it.
Yeah. And then bad stuff happens in the bathroom. It just shows like how guilty she is. Cuz it was meant for Jean.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for Louise, but like also more bad for Bob.
Bob, yeah, because he's, glued to the toilet seat. But
I feel like Louise made it right in the end.
Yeah, for sure.
And Bob really, like, he forgave her and like pranked her back with the I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
But that was another great one.
Yeah.
All right. So is there any other music that you can think of?
Oh my god, I forgot what it was, but it was the gardening episode, and she has like a couple of verses where she's like, "I'm gonna take the garden down" or whatever, and
yeah, I don't think I've seen that one either.
Okay.
There's a lot there's a lot you're saying. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
So, is there anything else we need to talk about Louise in general?
In general, she's awesome. That's
yeah. Totally agree.
um I feel like a lot of people are always like, I miss when Louise was unhinged in the first seasons, and I miss her. And I agree, like, I feel like she's a little unhinged, but I also love that she's kind of coming into her own. Like, she's kind of coming into her own and accepting her emotions more, which just, like, happens when you're a kid. Like, as you get older, you kind of accept, like, your emotions and you come into them more, like,
yeah.
it's like, you go, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like it's just a natural thing. Like, you kind of lose the intense itty. Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. What were you gonna?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So that was Louise Belcher. We're probably gonna do an episode on all three Belcher kids at once,
Yes.
just because they're individually they're different, but like
Yeah. Together.
yeah, they're different individually than when they are together.
For sure.
So yeah, but I don't know when that will be. So we'll see y'all in next week.
Yeah.
Thank
See
you for
then.
tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Bye.